Like, oh my goodness, look at us. Here we go, baby.
I guess we're
Man,
turn it
this
up.
is a weird night. Oh, this is a weird one. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the pregame show. Let's
go.
I forgot what show it was. Our second show today.
We've done a bunch today.
We had the trade deadline show. Now we have this show. We're going to have a post-game show afterwards. The Nuggets, you guys, are in Los Angeles, not just for trade deadline day, which could have been enough, but also for Kobe statue night. They look to play spoilers. We definitely look to play spoilers. We want to, we would love to spoil it tonight. We're going to talk about statues. We're going to talk about a starter who is out. I got the fellas with me. Brennan Vogt.
Man, I'm so excited for this, mostly because I thought we were doing 4 shows today and we're only doing 3. So I have like an extra show's worth of energy for the other 2. You know what I'm saying?
Well, not just that, you also drank the rakia that was delivered to us earlier today.
Givoli. That's the good stuff, fellas. Deva, you should get into that later.
Shout out to Boyan for our new rakia. I'm not going to lie, we've only tried the one so far. Pretty good, pretty tasty, man.
Very
I
good.
kinda
Pour
like
me
it.
up a glass?
Here, let me figure out which one it was. It was the Zuta Osa. I liked it. Zuta Osa. Very good. Over here, I got Harrison Wynn.
I would love a taste.
Would you?
I would love one.
That can be arranged.
Yeah, I mean,
That can be
we can
arranged.
do that.
All right.
We will do that. And then over there, wearing the colors of the Serbian flag, Superstar Dev.
Nice
I'm excited
move,
for
Dev.
this game, really. Kobe night, statue night, Denver versus LA. You can't beat it. Let's get to it. Let's get to it.
You really can't beat it.
Let's get it.
Weird week, fellas. We got the Super Bowl coming up. Some reason the trade deadline.
You're not allowed to say that.
The big game is coming up. The big game is coming up, you guys. The Super Bowl.
I actually don't know if you're still not allowed. I feel like that was something from 5 years ago.
I think you're right. That would be a dumb thing to get exclusive rights for. You know, that is a dumb
That
thing.
was the case at one point.
It was,
You couldn't
yeah.
say
I think it still is, to be honest, because we have it read where it's like, remember not to say that. Say big game. The big game is this weekend, and the NBA decided to make the trade deadline also right 3 days before, which I think is dumb because it gets out of the news cycle quickly. And they also made Kobe statue night right now, which is a little bit weird. Just my little complaints. Statue night, though, now becomes the big story. We talked about the trades earlier. If you missed that, go back and watch it. But what do you have for us about this big game?
Yeah, well, the Kobe Bryant statue was revealed around an hour and a half ago,
Yeah.
I believe. So just before
There it is.
kind of the pregame warm-ups got underway. There it is. Apparently, this is the statue that Kobe requested,
Yeah.
and it's of him walking off the floor after he scored 81 points.
We remember the iconic photo of it, so it is of an iconic photo. I mean, it's what he wanted.
Yeah. So that's already happened. That's already taken place, and now we can shift our attention to the game.
Well, I'm sure it'll be brought up throughout the game. I
think
have,
so?
I have a feeling it
You don't think that's the last
I don't
we hear
think
of
we
it?
can shift away from it.
Okay,
I think it'll be a
Yeah.
point of emphasis today.
The big note for the Nuggets is Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out tonight.
What the heck, man?
He's missing this game with what the Nuggets are calling right hamstring tightness.
I don't like that at all.
And this is interesting because if we remember, last game, KCP came up holding his right hamstring during that game. After the game, Michael Malone said, of course, that it was just a cramp
Right.
that KCP had. Now it's showing up as hamstring tightness, which I don't like seeing. Maybe it developed into that. Maybe it was always tightness. I don't know. But I am glad the Nuggets are being cautious with it because a hamstring is not something you want to mess with.
Yeah, but it also does suck. I mean, this is his former team, the team that he got a championship with.
Definitely.
So, and he's been around for a while. He's competed against Kobe and things like that. So I know he wanted to give it a go on this night.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not always in the cards.
They also play tomorrow, so it makes you wonder, like, you missed tonight. Odds are you, I don't know, but odds are you missed tomorrow. I mean, how much does it really matter? The trade deadline a week away. Something to monitor, man.
I mean, if it was just a cramp, he's probably playing, right? So
You eat a
it's-
banana.
Yeah. Well said.
Yes.
That's what you do for a cramp, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that's right. Yeah.
Pickle juice.
Pickle juice, a little pickle juice.
Michael
some water.
Malone said pregame that like KCP was technically a game time decision. He was gonna go out and warm up, but called him like questionable to doubtful. So I don't know if it was ever in the cards for him to play tonight, but it doesn't seem like it's so bad where he's just out right now. It seems like he's kind of day to day at this point. Michael Malone did talk about the environment tonight on Kobe statue night. He says it's about controlling what you can control. He compared it to the emotions of opening night, the banner raising in Denver. He said he expects this arena to have a really tough energy tonight. I've got to think it will.
Yeah.
And then,
I mean, honestly, I think it is a storyline that tonight will be extra emotional. The crowd will be like a playoff crowd.
Yep.
This game is going to feel, I think, a little bit bigger than a typical game.
And then finally, the starters for the Nuggets. Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, Nikola Jokic,
And
the fireman. Justin Holiday starting at shooting guard.
Malone's the best. What a ridiculous. I love
Sound the siren.
Let's
the
go,
fireman's
baby.
coming.
it. I love that. We can't mess with the bench. Can't mess with it.
That's
man. Get the
hilarious though.
fireman.
Like to go from like you're not playing,
Yeah.
coach's decision
Starting.
to you're a starter.
That's his role on this team. It's crazy.
There's no in between. It's just guess what? You're either not playing or you're going to play.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Word, I'm ready."
Sure.
We got to get to our segment now and ask Circle K, who's going to eat tonight? Who's going to eat? Of course, it's Circle K. They've got all those delicious snacks, including their own line, as you see behind us every day. Vote, who's eating tonight?
Well, I'm going to go with Jamal Murray, and not just because I've tried this 3 games in a row.
You're bound to be right.
I'm bound to be right, but also because I think this is a team that Jamal has some recent fond memories against. Confidence is up high. Not worried about him taking this matchup seriously, even if the Lakers are debatably not to be taken seriously. I do think Jamal would take this game seriously every time. And who are we kidding? This could go either way, I'll admit. But Kobe statue night, if I could pick one nugget to have a little extra motivation, which could turn into pressing, admittedly, I would go with Jamal Murray. So I'm going to pick him tonight. I think he comes up big for the Nuggets in what feels like a bigger game than it really is.
Dev, what do you think?
Nikola Jokic.
you're pulling a D-line over here.
We should not be allowed to pick Jokic for this segment.
I mean,
He's
but
off
you
the
also
board.
you have to. He is going to eat, and also it's against Anthony Davis, who he just seems to just go at. Even though he's such an incredible defender, Jokic doesn't see it, and also it's one-on-one coverage. Anthony Davis does everything in his power to not have to defend him, not have to guard him, but he's forced to. So I do think that it's going to be a lot of ISO ball, and there's no one in the world that can stop Jokic in ISO. So Jokic.
I'm going to pick Peyton Watson to eat tonight. Not in the starting lineup, which little disappointed by.
You wish he was there?
Yeah.
It would have been more fun.
I know. I mean, he's not a natural 2 in the NBA at all. He had slotted in at the starting lineup at the 3/4 when Aaron Gordon was out, but I wish he was starting tonight. That being said, Los Angeles native, Long Beach guy, not exactly LA, but close enough. Grew up a Lakers fan, grew up a Kobe Bryant fan. He sat in that chair right there and told us that he wears number 8 partly because of Kobe Bryant. And, maybe he's rocking the fro tonight as well for Kobe Bryant. I don't know. Maybe.
Man, you know what? He probably is.
So I'm picking Peyton Watson to have like 8 points, 8 rebounds, 8 blocks tonight.
I think P-Watt is a good one. I think Murray is a good one as well. Jokic eats every night. I do want to kind of scapegoat and say Jokic because I could see it being him tonight. But also this feels like a non-Jokic game in that, is it more important than any other game? No. It's just important to everyone else. And so those are the games that Jokic seems to especially just be average on. So that's the only thing. If I were to try to tilt this, who do I go with? If I pick one of you guys.
I mean, there's not many options left.
You know what? I'm going to go with P-Watt from LA. I'm going to go with you. Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. He's going to eat. I think there is also a wonder, like, one of the things I wonder about tonight is, are they going to press? Are guys going to try too hard to make a moment? Do you think that's going to be an issue tonight, Dev?
Absolutely. Like, I really think it was always going to be the case whenever you play the Lakers, just because of how much goes into just the Laker name. Everyone grew up watching the Lakers. It doesn't matter what era you were in. But also, it's the Kobe factor and what Kobe meant to the game and the type of competitor that he was. You feel like you just have to honor him in that way of just giving it your all for one night. So I think that this game is a little bit different than just any other game. It's going to be emotional.
You know, you could have gone with another California native if you wanted somebody to
Aaron Gordon.
Right.
Well, there's multiple. Aaron Gordon,
Yeah.
although he's more NorCal.
NorCal, yeah, it's different.
Justin Holiday, although he's
You think I
NorCal.
was going to go with Justin Holiday's going to eat
He
tonight?
is starting, brother. Why not?
Can you imagine?
How about a real take from
NorCal
you?
native.
Okay.
That's it.
Oh, I was like, all right, we got a bunch of these.
Unless I'm missing somebody.
I mean, let's be honest tonight. This is a very weird spot for the Nuggets to be in because it's like an emotional thing that feels bigger than basketball. Like, put aside the... It's fine to hate Kobe if you guys hate Kobe. I'm not trying to convince you guys otherwise, but it's like a big deal, and players in particular, it's a big deal. And Denver, we all know it's in Hollywood. The Hollywood story is the Lakers come out triumphant, and oh my God, it did it for Kobe, and maybe LeBron tries to score 50 tonight.
Do you think LeBron already has like his pose in mind
100,000
for when he's walking off the floor after this game?
Is it this? Yes, I mean,
when
yes.
his poses, his answers to the questions he hasn't been asked yet, like all of it.
LeBron's going to try to score 81 tonight, and I have a feeling that whoever's officiating tonight's game is going to try to help LeBron score 81 tonight. I actually predict that this is going to be one of the most annoying games that we have all year. But can I tell you another
This
thing?
is gonna be so good, or so bad,
Or so bad. But I'll tell you something else. The Nuggets are the perfect team to spoil this.
Yep.
The perfect team. Because, one, they are, as we all recall, the Lakers' daddy. And then number two, and I want to, here's one thing I am curious about, because I don't think he gets into this. I don't think he had a relationship to Kobe. Maybe one day we'll find out, that he actually did. I mean, I would be shocked, but, there are secrets, that Joke is a very good secret keeper. But Kobe did predict that he would MVP before he ever did, and he also has a line, and I think it was Nikola Aesthetic that posted this the other day. He had that I had forgotten. I remember seeing it, where he said, "Jokic, one of my favorite players to watch." He said this in like 2018 or 2019. Jokic is one of my favorite players to watch. I do think there would be a cool narrative that would everybody would be like, "Oh, they spoiled it," but we would be sitting here going like, "No, they didn't. Kobe loved that dude. He put a masterclass on statue night."
Hey, you know what you're not supposed to do on Kobe night is let the Lakers win.
Of course.
That's not what Kobe would have wanted. So, yeah, I mean, here's the thing. The Lakers have already been in Denver's house looking to play spoiler on a special night, and they couldn't get it done. And so there's something to, I mean, it's not quite a banner night, but now it's Denver's turn to, you should want to spoil these nights, right? That as a competitor, you should want to go win this game.
They totally spoiled the Cinderella run last year of the 8-seeded Lakers. They totally spoiled, it's weird to say they spoiled the Lakers' Nuggets' banner night when the Lakers were
But
here
they
to make a statement.
stomped out
But
all
they
that.
stomped the hell out of him in a way that was
little
like
storyline. Yeah, we're good on
it
that.
kind of like set the tone for their season. Tonight really would make the trifecta
Yeah.
of spoilers, in my opinion, where we're like, you know what? That Lakers era is done.
Yeah. Another note that I missed is D'Angelo Russell's out tonight.
Oh, man, it's going to make this game way tougher.
Did you see what happened with him? How Darvin Ham just dropped that he had like a procedure done
No.
the other day, but apparently like wasn't actually heard, and it wasn't surgery, and he was gonna be fine, and then he's just out.
Wait, what kind of procedure?
It was super vague. Super vague. He just dropped it at practice.
Do you think it's like a cosmetic surgery he had, and that's why it's not like...
I don't know, but he's out tonight.
I don't know. That's random, for them to be out. You said it'll be tougher. Why do you think so?
Because D'Angelo Russell sucks, and he's like,
But he's been
He can
cooking.
score, though.
He's
He
had a
can
great
score.
month. Yeah.
well, with KCP out, whatever. Like, okay, maybe he would have gone off a little bit more. You're right that he can score, but my thing is always they don't have any defenders in the backcourt, which means it's always easy to just torch them.
Oh, I see.
And so you take out their worst defender. I mean, Bruce Brown was going at him every time.
Yeah.
He was like a minus 100 last year in 4 games. So I honestly, I'm being tongue in cheek, and it's a regular season game, but I genuinely and sincerely mean it that I think D'Angelo Russell is a negative for them against the Denver Nuggets.
I believe so too.
So
Here's
him
what
being out
Darvin
helps.
Ham has said. So yesterday he said, D'Angelo Russell had a, quote, tune-up procedure yesterday. Was unable to practice. This was just dropped out of the blue. Nobody knew this was happening outside the Lakers. And if he's going to be available tonight, Darvin Ham said, we'll see. And so he's obviously out tonight. And tonight, Darvin Ham said, I use the word procedure, and everybody loses their mind. I think I meant to say, quote, treatment.
Dude, it could be like
He had a little maintenance treatment that is normal, perfectly normal. It wasn't a procedure.
I don't care enough to think about what
Sure.
this is. I honestly don't. Let's move on to statues. So Kobe gets his statue. By the way, one of 3 I was going to dig on that, and I'm like, I don't care what's wrong with him. It's one of 3 statues.
Sorry.
No, I don't mind you bringing it up. I'm just saying, I don't care. It's one of 3 statues, so you have the 81.1. Who knows what else they'll do? But it made me think, the Nuggets never will do a... Do you think they would ever do a statue? They've never done one, but Yoke is special, man.
Yoke's getting a statue.
You have to.
You literally
He's
have
getting
to.
one.
You have
Yoke's
to.
getting a statue?
You have to.
Absolutely.
There's no. I mean, who else would you?
He
have
brought
done with?
the first championship.
He's getting one against his will.
The Kroenkes also own the Colorado Avalanche, do they not? They have arguably the greatest goalie in the history of goalies. They have one of the best forwards in the history of the game. They have a handful of players that are actually comparable historically to what Yoke is relative
That's
to
a
the
good
league.
point.
Not a statue in sight.
It's a good point.
It's Nikola Jokic. He's good. It's just, I think he gets one. I'm not. I really true to I think he
United
gets
Center
one.
has just Jordan. It's not like a tradition. They have just Jordan.
And this is an ignorant question. Is there a lot of statues for hockey players around, other teams?
I mean, you're asking the right. We should ask our hockey
There,
guys over
there
there.
are hockey statues. Yes.
That is a good point. It's a good counter. But yeah, Yoke's going to get one out.
You think for sure Yoke's getting a statue?
I do.
I
Really,
do
I
too.
think it's just bringing that first one, and it took so long for them to get it. And even if he gets another one, when he gets another one, it stamps him in there of being one of the best of all time. I think it just means a bit more, especially to the Kroenkes as well. This is their baby. I really think so.
I think so. Yeah.
I'd be shocked if he didn't, honestly.
They're just playing first of the month, and it's making me remember the internet arrived when I was in school, and the first thing the internet was used for was Googling lyrics to songs. This was one of them.
Nice.
On Netscape Navigator, we used to do it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if he is. If he does do it, it's clearly the Sombor Shuffle. I can't imagine they would do anything that was other than the Sombor Shuffle. Don't you think? That's an easy one. It's like Dirk had the fadeaway. Yoke's going to be a Sombor Shuffle.
Yeah. So before this playoffs, I thought it was going to be maybe him passing the ball and in a pose like this. That classic Jokic
like
pass.
our intro logo. Yeah.
Right, like the DNVR logo. Now I 100% agree. It's got to be the Sombor Shuffle. It's got to be the shot over AD. I think that's the one.
The greatest thing about it is that 30 years from now, when people show up and they see a right-legged jumper, they're going to be like, what the hell is this? Like when Jerry West has
Right.
this or that, people are like, what a goofy thing. And it's like, no, it was deadly. Jamal Murray, if he were to get a statue, I mean, I'm not saying he would, but if he were, Blue Arrow probably. Is there
Yeah.
something else that you think?
You could just do one of Jamal and Yoke standing next to each other from a
Would
an
actually be
iconic
really dope.
photo,
Would actually be really
Yeah.
dope.
They're not going to put them together though.
You think they're going to do a Murray statue?
No.
Oh.
I'm just saying you wouldn't be able to put them together. But yeah, I don't think they give Murray one. Not to say he doesn't deserve one, but
Yeah.
it kind of wouldn't make sense.
I mean, in the the Kroenke standard of who gets a statue, nobody's hit the standard yet. So
All right, there you
might
go.
be tough for Jamal to get there.
All right, let's open
Wait,
up. Good.
are we going to bets? Do we have time for a little panel question?
What do you got?
As a society, are we getting worse at making statues? What's going on? Thousands of years ago, works of art, athlete statues from the last 20 years. Name a good one.
Is bronze?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
It's terrible. That's a horrible one. That's like the exhibit A of bad statues, honestly. This is a real question. The chat probably is going to pretend to know that they don't. Is bronze statue more difficult than marble? You get marble statue David. You get there's incredibly precise this or that.
Oh yeah, should we
Bronze
go
one,
back to that? Is that what you said?
That would actually be pretty sick. Can you imagine a marble statue?
Yeah.
I don't know how that would do in
No, it does great. in
Oh,
weather.
you're right. You're
That's
actually
the whole
right.
point.
Those have been around forever.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I do think that we have gotten worse at statues,
Yeah, just a
we're
note.
just
Who's going to
cheaper,
be the
like-
next great statue carver of our generation?
Right. I think we're losing recipes. Like kids don't want to be that anymore.
Can you imagine if they like replace Lucifer with a Jokic statue? That's where it is out by the airport. A giant, like almost the size of the Statue of Liberty. All right, let's go, Dev. Bet 365, never ordinary. Let's open it up and make some bets. By the way, we have a custom bet. Do you have it, Kale? Yes. There is a custom bet right now. It kind of feels like a crazy bet to me. I'm not going to lie. What is it? Pull it on up. It's Jokic, 13 rebounds. Michael Porter, 3+ threes. Both of those feel kind of iffy, but it's boosted to plus 350. Because it's our bet, I'm doing it.
It's gonna happen too.
Really?
Yes. Michael Porter Jr. He shoots the ball against the Lakers for whatever reason. Like that was the last time he was doing well in the finals or in the playoffs last year. But I think that he gets it. And then also, if you look at, they don't have KCP now. Like they're going to have to hit some shot from beyond the arc. He's going to be the spacer, so he will have some options there. So I do like Michael Porter Jr. You already can pencil in Jokic to get 13 rebounds. So I think that is like a lock, a gimme. So I like that bet. And plus 330, you cannot beat that.
What else you like?
Denver comes into this game as 2.5-point favorites on the road and on Kobe night. That's more like it. I love it. They're the number one team in the West right now. And this is a team that they just swept. So, like, there's a bit more of an edge. There's extra motivation for both teams. So I'm excited as hell for the game. Denver is playing good ball right now. And they will go all out for this one. Even the backups are going to play a bit harder than usual. On Kobe night, you have to give it your all. So give me Denver minus 2.5. On the over-under, I like over 229. They're going to put on a show, and you have to expect that there will be a lot of free throws in this game. So there's going to be points without the clock going out. So I like the over. And just a huge performance from a couple of players because it's going to be a race to be able to get the interview to say you did it for Kobe. Like, that's a real race that I think happens in this
Everybody is, like, begging to be able to say that.
Somebody's going to try to say it at halftime.
What's the least impressive stat line that you could put up in a win and then say you did it for Kobe?
And like if you have 8 points, 8 and 8 double.
That's what I predicted for
like,
Peyton Watson.
Because if let's say that you got Nuggets win, Murray goes for like 18 points, and he's like, "Yeah, I dedicated this to Kobe." It's like, come on, man,
no, but they're gonna interview whoever goes wild on the winning team.
But I'm saying, what if nobody goes wild? What if it's just a regular game, 23 points? Can you say like?
They're gonna. You just have to flip it in a way of being competitive.
I think you need a 40-piece tonight to be able to say it was some.
I think we're going to see somebody come with it. Like, there's just so many different opportunities for it. Like, different guys that could get it. If I like the over 229,
Michael Porter 8 threes.
Let's go over 116 for Denver on the team props. I think both teams will get there over and clear it pretty easily. Kobe would have wanted shots. People are going to shoot the ball. He don't care about a double team.
Do you think somebody can go like 8 of 24 and shooting and say they did it for Kobe?
That'd be a Tatum night. I'm not playing tonight, so no. For LA.
Yo, they've got the boost on that one, by the way, all the way up to plus 450. They've changed it.
Not enough people are betting it.
All right, well, I'm riding that, bro.
Yeah, you got to bet that. You got to bet that. For LA, this is a lock. You'd be foolish not to put your money on LeBron.
Free throws?
Bet.
Oh.
Just points.
Okay.
Points, rebounds, and assists.
I would take free
He's
throws.
going to shoot it every single time. Like, he's going to try his hardest. Even if he has he might have like a 10 for 30 night. Like, it doesn't matter. He's going to keep shooting. He's going to try to put up a crazy line because they're going to talk about his age. They don't care that he's 50. They're just going to just keep going. There's going to be a lot of emotions in this one. So I think that he's like in a spot of too much pressure of just feeling like he has to go crazy. And I think that he will. Let's go with over 36 on points plus rebounds for Anthony Davis. He's still having these monster games every now and then. And the Lakers' offense is really funneled through 3 players. One of those players is out in D-Lo. So it's going to be 2 guys shooting the ball.
Right.
LeBron and AD. It would be dumb not to get both of those overs. I think they're going to hit easily. On to Denver, what you guys all been waiting for. Jamal and Michael Porter Jr. over threes. We have to go Michael Porter Jr. threes.
I took the combo, man. I'm
You
doing
took the combo, so it was 2.5 we are looking for 3+. He's going to hit 3+.
Yeah, even if it's 3 of 9, he's getting 3.
He's
right?
going to hit 3+ in this game.
You
put
know
it
I
in
can't
there.
not do it when you recommend it, Dev. Gosh,
Exactly.
dang it.
Both of these guys have these games where they play extremely well against the Lakers. Like, that's just a game that they are ready for. I think that Jamal Murray's going to get his shots up in this one, so he's easy as well. I like Aaron Gordon rebounds. He has a tall task, and he's Denver's most important player on this night because he has to go against LeBron. He's going to get a lot of switches. He has to be around the rim, so I think that defensively he's going to be able to stay by the rim and grab that. So I give that bump. It makes no sense for them to have Jokic assist at 8.5. Like, it's trifling. He's going to get a Sombor double at the least, so that's 9 assists, which means he clears. 8.5 is too low. They're going to also give single coverage, and their defense is not good, Lakers. So I like the assist on this one. I like Jokic over points plus rebounds. So you can put it all together, points plus rebounds, assists. Nobody on the Lakers can stop him. This is a Jokic night.
Triple-double night?
Rebounds and assists is at 20.5. Yeah, it's a triple-double night.
Man,
it's on
I'm taking
TNT.
it.
It's
Come on,
Kobe
baby.
night. Yeah.
All right.
Points, rebounds, assists, 48.5. He's going to hit all of those. This is Jokic world. Now, for the lock. The lock in this one is Jamal Murray points. If there's a player that takes this one, this matchup emotionally and personally, it's going to be Jamal. He's going to shoot it a lot. He's going to come out aggressive, and we know what it looks like when Jamal is in a groove or when he's motivated. That's when you get the best. I am expecting that he's going to have like 40 points. So 24.5, way too easy for him. I think we see a very, very high-scoring game from Jamal. So get his threes, get his points. Just get for him to score the basketball, and that's the name of the game.
You guys got any bets you kind of like tonight?
Nuggets money line.
You really?
Yeah.
You feel the Nuggets win tonight?
The Lakers are starting LeBron, AD, Austin Reeves, Max Christie, and Rui Hachimura.
Okay. I'll sprinkle a little bet on that. You got anything, Vote, particular?
I don't actually, fellas.
They got some fun first quarter bets. Like, if you think this is going to be a scoring night, Jokic has 6.5 for the first quarter on points. Jamal has 5.5. I think the Jamal one is super easy.
Yeah,
5.5 points. He can hit 2 threes. He could get to the free throw line and make, I think that 5.5 is way too low. And he plays the first quarter. Jokic plays the entire first quarter. 6.5 is too low.
What about Peyton Watson blocks? No KCP. Does he play a little bit more minutes than typical?
Yeah, he gets a bump.
And he gets a block. So it is.
Any fireman props?
I don't think there's any fireman props today.
Damn.
All right, statue night should be a big one. It's also a big game for the Nuggets. Just 4 more of these till you head into the break. This one obviously matters. And I just like sending the Lakers further and further down. Tonight's an opportunity to do that. Should be a good one. Hit that like button. Oh, we got a super chat? Yeah, we got a super chat. I almost forgot it.
White Rabbit. Call him Angelo, because he ain't got no D.
Hey, got him.
Nice.
Got him. Boom, roasted.
He got a
that
straight
note-
aim
All right,
playing.
hit that like all the way out. Later, everybody.
We all silly like the mayor.